Hello students, myself Harpreet Kaur. I welcome you all to my channel Nursing Path Seekers. I'm going to teach you obstetrics and gynecological nursing. So let's start.
Tell me piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
Students, today we are going to discuss about ovulation. So let's begin with its definition, right? So what is ovulation? It is the process in which the mature Graafian follicle gets ruptured to release the secondary oocyte, which becomes available for conception. So this is the process of ovulation. What happens is there is a rupture of Graafian follicle that leads to release of secondary oocyte. Now that secondary oocyte is now ready for the process of conception, right? I have already explained about secondary oocyte in my oogenesis video in details, and also about the maturation of Graafian follicles in my menstrual cycle video, right? So let's proceed further. So what happens? Only one secondary oocyte is likely to rupture in each ovarian cycle. Now this process of ovulation starts with menarche as soon as the puberty is attained, and ends with menopause. Always remember that the process of ovulation takes place (14 days) prior to the onset of menstruation. I kindly request you to please watch my menstrual cycle video, right? Each and every concept will be clear to you, right? Now let's have a look upon the process of ovulation. So what is ovulation? First of all, it is a complex process, right? Second thing, pre-ovulatory changes takes place in both oocytes and follicles. In oocytes, significant changes occurs few hours prior to the ovulation, right? The changes in oocytes will occur just few hours before the onset of ovulation, right? And the second thing, cytoplasmic volume increases. Right? Cytoplasmic volume increases, and there will be also changes in the number, size of mitochondria as well. Right? Now next thing, in oocytes, first meiotic division is completed with the extrusion, or we can say formation of first polar body containing haploid number of chromosomes 23x. Right? These are the changes that are going to take place in oocytes in the pre-ovulatory phase, means just before the ovulation. Right? What is going to happen? Firstly, the changes in the oocyte occurs few hours prior to the ovulation in oocytes. Second, cytoplasmic volume is increased and the contents also increases in the number, size as well. Right? And the first meiotic division is completed with the formation of first polar body that contains haploid number of chromosomes, that is 23 X chromosomes. I have explained each and every term in my oogenesis video. Please watch it. Right? Now next, let's see what all changes will take place in follicles in the pre-ovulatory phase. Right? Now the first thing, the enlargement of Graafian follicle occurs due to accumulation of fluid. Right? The Graafian follicle will increase in its size because of the accumulation or collection of the fluid inside it. Right? And what will be its size? It will be about 20 mm in diameter. Right? What will happen? The cumulus oophorus separates from the granulosa cells and freely floats inside the antrum. Right? Now what happens is, I'll show you here. Now what happens? This is the ovary, for example, and within the ovary lies the mature Graafian follicle. Right? This is the mature Graafian follicle, and within the mature Graafian follicle lies the mature ovum, or we can call it secondary oocyte also. Now this ovum is surrounded by multiple layer of cells, right? And the innermost layer is called corona radiata, right? And there are multiple layers of cells. These are called granulosa cells, right? Now this corona radiata means the innermost lining that surrounds the ovum, is derived from cumulus oophorus, right? Corona radiata is derived from cumulus oophorus, right? This part. So, the enlargement of Graafian follicle occurs due to accumulation of fluid. When this follicular space is filled with fluid, it is named as antrum. Now what happens is the cumulus oophorus separates from granulosa cells. Now these are the granulosa cells, and this cumulus oophorus will separate from the granulosa cells and will float freely inside the antrum. Right? This part. Is it clear till here? Right? Now next what is going to happen? Follicular walls near the surface of ovary starts getting thinner. Right? Now this follicular wall near the surface of the ovary will start getting thinner. Why? Because the cumulus escapes through the walls as a slow oozing process and takes about 1 to 2 minutes. Right? Now this cumulus will escape. As this wall gets thinner, the cumulus will escape and now it is ready for conception. Right? Now what will happen further? Ovum is released. Right? It is picked up by the fimbria of fallopian tubes. Here, two conditions will arise. Either it gets degenerated or it will get fertilized. Right? The ovum that is released will be picked up by the fallopian tubes and it will undergo the process of degeneration or it will get fertilized. Right? So this was all about ovulation. Thank you.